Hey guys, so I'm just gonna do a book review on this one book called Bad Girls Don't Die. This book is by Katie Alender or Alender or something. And the cover looks like this. It's a really cool cover, which got me like attracted to it at first. First thing. So I read the back because it looks kind of creepy looking, and I'm big in the creepy looking kind of book kind of thing. I love creepy books, like creepy things like Pretty Little Liars. I didn't read that, but I was going to. But I watched the show now, so I don't think there's a point in reading the books. The show's really good. But I read Legacy or Private, I think it's called. They're, those girly, like, kind of mystery books. They're really good. But this one is not in a series. It's just a single book. And I'm going to read you the back because it sounds really good. It says, I opened my eyes to see Casey sitting on the edge of my bed, luminous in the blue moonlight. Casey, I said. What? Behind her, the door gaped open into the dim hallway. Hello, Alexis, Casey whispered. I saw you in the dark. What are you talking about? In the low light, everything seemed drained of color, like it was happening in black and white. Even Casey's eyes showed bright black with flecks of white, but she didn't answer. Now I was wide awake. What do you want, Casey? She ignored the question. Come play with me, Alexis, she said, and her eyes burned even brighter. Come outside and play with me. So that kind of got me, like, it was, like, really creepy, and I like creepy books, like I said. So the font is, like, pretty big, you know what I mean? It's kind of long, but it took me like 3 days to read it because it was so good. And the chapter kind of things look really cool. Like, I think it's kind of cool. Like, what do they look like? But anyway, so this book is about this one girl who's an outcast, and her name is Alexis, and she's pink hair, and she's kind of weird. And, her, her, she has a sister named Casey who's 13 years old. 13 years old. She's like doll crazy. You know what I mean? She loves dolls, and she's like antisocial. They're both antisocial kind of weirdos. So, um, their dad gets. I'm not gonna tell you a lot, but there's this family kind of thing that happens, and Alexis and Casey used to be really close, and then they kind of like split apart. And Alexis realizes that her life is creeping from dysfunctional to dangerous. Casey is acting stranger than ever. Her eyes change color. She uses like old-fashioned language, and what else? And she's just weird behavior. She loses track of chunks of time, claiming to know nothing about her weird habits. Their house is changing too, and Alexis wants to believe it's all in her head until these seemingly harmless occurrences become life-threatening to her family, and to her budding relationship with the student council vice president. So she kind of likes this guy who's like really popular and stuff like that. And her sister becomes like possessed, and their house that they're living in, they realize it's like haunted, and Casey becomes possessed, and she has a choice. The little sister, that's Casey, she has a choice whether she wants to, keep the spirit inside of her, and she chooses to keep it inside her. And then all this stuff happens, that leads, her dad almost dies because of what Casey does, and she's putting everybody's lives in danger, and she almost like kills everybody. But Alexis, yeah, you'll see what happens. But it's a really, really good book, and I definitely recommend this book. Um, this was Katie Allender's first novel. I don't know. I just thought the cover was really like pulled me in, and then I was like, let me read the back. So I read the back, and it was like, this is creepy. Let me read the inside. So I read the inside, and that's what it was about. So basically, Casey becomes possessed, and like all these weird things happen. She almost kills everybody, but Alexis finds a way to stop it. So anyways, it was a really good book. I definitely recommend it. It's called Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Alender. So I definitely recommend this book. You can get this at probably any bookstore off of anywhere. So you can also get this online. I think this is not that popular, but I think it would be popular, and I definitely think they should make this into a movie because this would be a really scary movie. But yeah, it's like, one of those typical kind of teenage things going on with a weird like twist about like ghosts and stuff like that. So I really like it, and I thought it was a really good book. One of the best books I've read all year, so that's why I'm doing this book review. And I don't read a lot, so definitely go buy that because I definitely recommend it. And comment if you've read it or if you're going to read it because I want to see what you guys think.